Hey guys, Casual Crono here. In this video, we are going to face Eva's Lumina Sphene. It is her manifest weapon. And this is the final fight, the level 10 fight that unlocks all of her skills and everything. And we're going to do it several ways. We're going to first use Tried and True Wind Team. We have Sesta, geared as such, with a plus 40 power badge. We have Melody with a 2000 HP badge. Yifa with a plus 60 spirit badge. Sphene Alter with a plus 20 to all stats badge. Atoa holding some Grasta that will help Sesta. And then we have Eva in the background who's not really holding anything of value to this team. Now that said, you probably don't need the top of the line gear this particular manifest fight. The boss, I believe, if I remember right, only had about 84 million health. I say only, I know that's a lot for some people. But it's not like this boss has multiple lives, has 2 billion health, anything insane like that, like some manifest fights do. So, the way the fight works, you saw that she tries to deploy the Sea of Stars zone. The Sea of Stars zone disables the AF gauge until it reaches maximum. So, if you have an Awakened zone, however, at the start of the fight, it blocks her deployment of that. So here on turn 1, we're going to Twin Blade Wolf, we're going to Depravity to get Pain, we are going to Faith, Sesta, and Sphene Alter, she has Faded Love already because of her Stellar Awakening, so we're going to Malediction. Eva has about an 80%-ish HP stopper. She will clear any debuffs. She will try to redeploy Sea of Stars.
Blessings upon you.
So you'll notice that the debuffs from Depravity are no longer on her. So here on turn 2, we're going to get that debuff back on. We are going to improve physical and type resistance. We're going to Toadstream, and we're going to Twin Blade again. We've now hit the second HP stopper, which looks to be around 30 or maybe 35%. However, she will wipe out your zone, even if it's awakened, and deploy a magic zone that's awakened. Now, if you have a character that can break an awakened zone, that might be an option. Melody can, but she can do it every few turns, and she just did, so I have to wait a while. When she gets this second HP stopper, a few things happen with Eva. She gains a barrier that makes her immune to damage, and it lasts 4 turns. She also gives herself a physical and a type buff, and it lasts 4 turns as well. And she has this ultra hard physical resistance, so she has multiple physical resistance buffs and only 1 magic resistance buff. But she has this pesky shield. So it basically becomes a waiting game. So this is turn 3. We can go ahead and Faded Love again. We're just waiting right now for the shield to drop, so there's no reason to be knocked or attack. So we're just going to defense. We're going to Depravity again to get that int down. And I can crush her blow. It'll reduce her wind resistance, but you'll see in a couple of turns she'll clear those debuffs as well. So she will Icicle Zorch a character, in this case, the character that put Rage on her. After she uses Icicle Zorch, she will follow with Astral Drago, her big crystal attack. So we are going to Malediction. We are going to continue defenses. We're going to do Magical Smash and Crusher Blow again.
Blessings upon you.
And hopefully your tank can survive the attack. She attacks twice because that's kind of what she's known for. On the third turn following her barrier, she will clear all of her debuffs. So we'll go ahead and Fade Love again, why not? Another Athdalkus. I mean, I can Dark Drill if I really want to, but it's not going to do anything, so we're going to just Magical Smash again and Crusher Blow again.
Blessings upon you.
Oh, I guess she does Icicle Torch again. I had in my mind that she cleared her debuffs. Right, we have our Wind Zone again. And this is turn 6. This is the final turn of that. And if we check, you can see it has 1 turn left, 1 turn left, 1 turn left. So we can Twin Blade Wolf again, we can Dark Drill, we can Banact, Toadstream, pretty much whatever, as long as we know that she's going to follow up again with the Astral Drago attack.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
There's the debuff reset. Alright, so we've managed to survive the 4 turns. If we check her status, she no longer has that barrier and she no longer has those buffs. So now all we have to do is beat her up. So we're going to Depravity, we're going to Banact, go ahead and Faded Love again, Sesta will Twin Blade Wolf again, and the fight will pretty much be over.
Listen. These are the cries of the voiceless.
So that is how you can do it with a wind team. And you really don't need super powerful gear. As I mentioned, Eva's Manifest Fight only had about 84-ish million in health, which Sesta can kind of do with very weak gear. So you don't need necessarily like Elpis gear and stuff like that to do this. Just a Power of Pain series, some type of weapon, like the Void weapon would probably be the Void Katana. Improves type attack. Makes sure she crits, even though Twin Blade kind of crits anyway. So you don't necessarily need to have a beefed up Sesta. You just need a Sesta that can do damage and a tank that can survive the hits. That's really the main thing. So that is with the wind team. So let's say that you don't have a wind team. How about a fire team? Minalka AS, can she handle it? Yes, skip.
We're gonna test out these weapons?
Return thou to dust.
We start off with an Awakened Fire Zone, so her Sea of Stars stance is blocked. So here, we'll go ahead and Inflict Rage, Pain, Attack, and Attack. We hit the first HP stopper.
Till mine frail body withers.
She clears her debuffs. So another possible strategy might be whoever your attacker is, if they can do enough damage very quickly, they can hit the HP stopper, and then your other characters can go after your attacker and then re-debuff her. So I'm going to Rosa Liliac. I'm going to Mortal Sin. We'll go ahead and lava impact again. And we will go ahead and blaze up. Ewan is healing himself because I have an item on him that heals the damage that he does. It's like it heals by 10% or 1% or something. Alright, we are now in the waiting phase. So right now, there's not much I can do with that barrier up. So I'm just going to go ahead and buff the team. Buff. I'm going to cast Rosa Liliac to reduce her intellect. And I'm going to redo Doom. Alright, we know the very next turn she's going to do her Astral Drago attack. So any defenses that you have, now would be the time to do it. We'll go ahead and just continue casting Doom. We'll go ahead and get Nocturnal Procession going. Yeah, Flame Break, why not? And Deal Breaker. Doesn't really matter, we're just waiting. So anything that can help us pass the time. There's the debuff reset. We're on turn 5. If you're not sure how much longer you have to wait, you can always just use the status and check. So, 2 turns left. So we'll just continue Doom, Rosa Liliac since she cleared her debuffs, Flame Break, and Deal Breaker. This is the final turn now with her shield. So we'll just Doom again, Nocturnal Procession, we will Destruction, and we will Blaze up. This is the turn to really beef up your damage dealer so that once the shield is gone, he or she can cut through and hopefully deliver the killing blow. Alright, no more shield. So, Lava Impact, Overload. We can Rosa Liliac since she cleared, and Doom if we wanted to. It won't really matter. Once Ewan goes, this fight is over. Okay, I stand slightly corrected. Once Ewan and Renri go, this fight is over. You'll notice that neither fight so far I have bothered to use the Stellar Awakening. So you don't necessarily need these characters Stellar Awakened in order to have that kind of success. Alright, next. Next up, we have our Earth team. Myunfa, Alter, geared as such. 2000 HP badge. Alter Shannon, plus 40 power badge. Claude, 1500 HP badge. And Bertrand. Grasta holder Deirdre. And then of course we have Eva, who is not holding anything of value. Sidekicks, Tetra, and Guns.
won't feel a thing.
So we know that this
Return down
is
to dust.
a slightly prolonged fight. So we are going to deploy Earth Stance. We are going to attack. We are going to cast Empathy, and we're going to cast it on our tank, who is going to use Overbear to inflict Rage. Now our tank has 25,000 health. And so does Claude, for that matter. Okay, we are going to use Guardian Lance to improve his health even further. We're going to attack, and start praying. Okay, now we are going to please. We're going to attack with Epee. We are going to attack. And we're going to use Kingdom Spear.
Not so fast.
There's the first HP stopper.
Till my frail body
She
waits.
attempts to deploy Sea of Stance, or Sea of Stars, but we have an awakened Earth Zone at the moment. We're going to use Guardian Lance to get another stack for his hit points. We're going to go ahead and attack, and please.
Not so fast.
There's the second HP stopper.
From but a touch of your cheek, I live.
Now Bertrand has almost 40,000 in health. So we're going to Overbear again to reduce her intellect. We're going to use Madras Adina to reduce her intellect. Physical resistance really doesn't mean anything, so we can just go ahead and keep attacking or do whatever we need to do. In her case, she's just waiting around. So let's attack. And I can go ahead and repray, since it only lasts 3 turns.
There.
The prayer is reducing the damage to 0, but he's still getting the debuffs. Now, if you have him Stellar Awakened, you can use Kingdom Spear in a Stellar Burst, and he will gain 100% damage barrier until the end of the turn. So that could be an option if you wanted it to be. So we will continue to just buff. We'll buff. And why not? We'll please again. So we're just waiting right now.
That hurt.
We're going to Guardian Lance to keep those stacks going. We'll go ahead and attack. We'll just keep buffing for right now. We'll repray. And actually it looks like we got rid of the magic zone, so let's go ahead and get an earth zone going. Actually, not quite sure how that happened. Alright, so we have our awakened earth zone now. We'll go ahead and repray. We will attack. And we will reduce the enemy's power. Again, if you had wanted to, you could have Stellar Burst if you had that option and given him the 100% damage barrier. However, he did his job. The barrier is gone, which means as long as she can attack, we will be good. So let's, where are we at? We need to pray.
Got ya.
Well, I guess we won't have time to pray. So that is a way to do it with an earth team. They often say fight fire with fire. Well, our last two teams, we're going to fight crystal with crystal and then magic with magic. So we're going to fight it. Eva's true manifest fight with the crystal team. We have the Little Lily, geared as such, plus 40 power badge. Melissa, with a plus 40 speed badge. Mistrari. And Alma, another style, with a 2000 HP badge. We have Melina in the back for support for the Little Lily. Sidekicks the usual, Tetra, but this time, of course, we have Moke, because the Little Lily. So we're going to fight Eva again.
Lily will lead the charge.
Return thou to
It'll be over
dust.
in a femtosecond.
And this time we start off with an awakened crystal zone. So we're going to use this turn to set up a counterattack, to beef up, to start Hakam Chats. We will Nephrite boost. Actually, let's just go ahead and blow the AF gauge. We'll do Apostle and Glint Gale, followed by Helion Lore and Refraction Bullet. Then we'll try to get in the first HP stopper, and then with whatever time we have left, we'll try to get Promised Land and Nephrite boost going. So we're going to do 3, 3, 2, 2, and then 1s and 2s. 3, 3, 2, 2. Alright. Now let's get into 2s.
Lead away. Not bad. Lead away.
I think we got in just about everything except Melissa's number 2.
Till my frail body withers.
Now here on turn 2, you can Photon Messiah. We'll go ahead and do Nephrite boost. We'll get in a Hakam Chats and Luster Glare. Looks like Luster Glare alone was enough to
From but a touch of your cheek, I live.
get to this point. Now, to beef up the gauge, we're going to go ahead and blow Sword and Heart. And we'll go ahead and Hornet Hail and Kaleidoscope as well, because why not?
Feel the power of Aurum alchemy.
The main purpose in this is to get Moke his charges, so we can use Sword and Heart whenever we're ready. So now we can go ahead and kind of do whatever. We can... let's Apostle. Let's Glint Gale. We can start singing and reduce damage. And we can Refraction Bullet. What's this? Alma did damage. That should be impossible since she has that barrier, right? So what's going on? As soon as this finishes. So remember how physical resistance and ultra hard are going on right now, but ultra hard only affects physical resistance. Type resistance only has one single buff. So magic damage, which is what Alma is known for, can get through. So any other physical attacks won't, though. So we'll go ahead and Nephrite boost, Promised Land, and Luster Glare.
Slice.
My wings!
No problem.
Counterattacks. Now what's this? Alma's damage was not getting through. You notice that she did a she cleared all of her debuffs. So let's go ahead and reduce crystal resistance.
Wide open! Yeah!
Glint Gale right there, reduced resistances. Alright, I believe we are on turn 6, which is the last one where we have to deal with that barrier. So let's go ahead and Lunatic. We will buff up. Let's go ahead and get some elemental break stacks going. And Photon Messiah. Thanks to Alma's Alchemaic High, she gains the hold ground and no issues.
Wide open!
Eva's Manifest has cleared her debuffs again. Okay, Alma, we get it. And we wait. There we go. The barrier is gone. So we will Refraction, we will Hakam Chets, we will Glint Gale, and Photon Messiah. Now that she's been sufficiently debuffed, Luster Glare, Hakam Chets, Nephrite Boost, and Photon Messiah. And she is taken care of. For a slightly speedier way to take care of this fight with the Crystal team, we could make Alma a little stronger. So you could give her like pain type stuff and so forth. So for the time being, let's go ahead and give her brute power of pain. Actually, you know what? Let's give her a bullseye. So, power of agony. Nope. There we go. Bullseye. So just those two changes. And here we go.
Return thou to dust.
Alright, so we're going to do the same thing as before. Blow the AF Gauge, Glint Gale, and Apostle, followed by Healing Lore and Refraction Bullet. And then once we get her down to the first HP stopper, we'll get Promised Land and Nephrite Boost in as well. 3, 3, 2, 2.
Lead away. Lead away. Absolutely splendid.
Alright, we got all of our buffs in. She's going to clear the debuffs.
Body withers.
Turn 2. We'll go ahead. Blow Stellar, Kaleido, Hornet, and Sword and Heart.
Feel the power of Aurum alchemy.
We're still in turn 2, which means Alma is still in her Alchemaic High.
I live.
So we're going to Luster Glare. We're going to Hakam Chets, Glint Gale, and Photon Messiah in. Alma's counterattack damage
I no
with the
longer
bullseye
possess the
and a
sound.
decent weapon was enough to finish off the fight. What was going on there? Her kaleidoscope gives barrier pierce to all characters. And Alma has magic type damage compared to the others that have physical type damage. So she had a barrier piercing attack, basically a counterattack. And with a little bit of offensive gear like Elpis Bow or Power of Pains and so forth, she was able to cut through the barrier and do damage. So that's what was going on there. So with that in mind, let's turn to a magic team. So here we have a magic team. We have Myunfa Alt, Shanghua, Iffy, and Yuna Stellar Awakened. In the back row we have Pom and Eva. Myunfa, geared as such, with the 2000 HP badge. Shanghua, her speed is deliberately slashed so that way she goes last. That gives the other characters time to buff. Iffy, built basically just to survive. And Yuna, also built basically to survive. Pom is a Grasta holder, and if you only have 3 slots, then you could get rid of one of the max HP staves, or you could give it to Eva. Since she is a staff user, she could actually hold equipment as well. Which, on that note, I think we're all good there, but yeah, we'll just go with what we got. Power of Awakening. Sidekicks, good old Tetra, and guns. Alright, so here we go.
Thou to dust.
Now this team does not have a preemptive Awaken Zone, but we do have Charity Blend. We could awaken it with Link, Rosa Liliac for the pain, and if you have Yuna, she has the Burn Away, which reduces power and intellect by 50, and it stacks. That does not get cleared when she does her banish debuffs. So it's a permanent reduction as long as Yuna does not get knocked out. Turn 2. We'll start praying. Trinity. Nocturnal. And we'll go ahead and we can go ahead and get a regen going, or we can burn away some more.
There you go. Cut it out. Shoo! Go away! Die.
Alright, turn 3. Shanghua is going to Horizon, because that's what Shanghua does. We're going to cast Please. At this point we can kind of cast whatever, so we'll just do Rosa Liliac again, and we'll burn away again.
Pathetic.
Till mine frail body withers.
Following the HP stopper. We will Horizon again. That worked pretty well. Rosa Liliac. Technically doesn't really matter. She's just going to clear the debuffs anyway. Nocturnal Procession, why not? We will deploy Magic Zone. And we can Divine Utterance and get that last going, or we could even Divine Vessel. It also does a burn away.
Go away!
You're a mistake.
Now Eva releases an Awakened Magic Zone,
Touch of your cheek.
which makes Shanghua very happy. So immediately following the HP stopper, Iffy is going to sacrifice Shanghua for the Barrier Pierce, and Shanghua will hit Horizon. We'll go ahead and Please again, and we'll go ahead and Divine Utterance. There's the sacrifice.
Pathetic.
And Shanghua Barrier pierces right through, and because Shanghua does magic damage, Eva is taken out, and we don't have to wait the 4 turns for the barrier to drop. Fight fire with fire, or in this case, magic with magic. So that is multiple ways to defeat Eva. I'm sure there are many more, and I'm sure many people will find much smoother kills as well. This is the very first day. It's only been released for about 5 or 6 hours, so I'm sure a lot of people are refining their methods. But hopefully one of those ways might work for you if you're having any difficulty. Otherwise, the general strategy is just to survive for 4 rounds, following the final HP stopper. And once you do that, you can resume attacking like normal and most likely win. So I hope this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.